Hi everyone. Welcome. I just realized I don't have a name yet for my video. Usually I say welcome and I say the name of my video, but apparently I haven't gotten that far yet. It's been a long time since I've shot a video and quite a bit has happened. I concluded chemo, which is why I have this very short hair. I've been off chemo for about 6 weeks now, so we have just the beginning of the hair coming back. And I'm going back to the immune therapy, which works by strengthening the immune system to get the body to do what it was made to do, which is to keep the body healthy by killing not just cancer, but all things that are harmful or cause disease in the body. It's just a natural way the body was created. It's kind of like daily housekeeping, dust, get the dust out, wipe the window, kill a few cancer cells. And when things are working as they were created to work, it's a very simple, ongoing, daily process. The problem arises when things get out of control and the cancer takes on a life of its own and becomes its own force, and the immune system is not equipped to address it. So thankfully, the chemo was very effective in reducing my tumor load. And now, God willing, the immunotherapy will be able to be more effective because it will not have as much to battle anymore. So this video is in celebration of my transition to health and of my break from chemotherapy. I think it's been probably 8 months, I think actually probably longer, that I've been on various chemotherapy agents. And it is to share how I coped and how I more than just coped, how I found the inspiration to live during this really trying time. So for me, I had to find a new style because I didn't have hair, and then eventually I didn't have eyebrows or eyelashes, which was extremely devastating. The eyebrows and eyelashes are back and the hair is on its way back. But I created a new style for myself that became fun and playful and artistic and creative. And I wrote this one sentence down because it seemed to capture what I was trying to say in this video. So, of course, this video is about how to feel good about yourself while you're going through chemotherapy, and if you're a woman, how to hold on to your sense of femininity. But there's a deeper message. And the message is that the hats and the earrings and this new look that I created for myself, the passion that I had for my hats and this new look, it fueled my healing journey. So what I mean is that passion and joy creates a healing state in the body. I think passion and joy is probably the most healing energy that we can have in our body. I really think that the power of passion and joy to heal is really greater than the power of chemo. I know there's probably not FDA-approved studies documenting this, but it's just my opinion. And it's a free world. I'm allowed to have my opinion. But I truly believe that there is something so powerful about joy and the resonance of joy and passion. So my hats and the earrings and this new look that I embraced. And I didn't just embrace it, but I came to love it. It was fun. It was like, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd put on, yoga pants and a t-shirt, but it'd be like, well, what hat am I going to wear? And what earrings am I going to wear? And at first I started very conservative, like I wore only hats that were very simple and they were symmetrical, and I didn't like the asymmetrical hats and I didn't want big brims. And then by the end of my journey, I was ordering like 5-inch brims, and I was wearing things off-centered, and I was really making bold statements with my hats. And oddly enough, it was so surprising to me. The world really responded. I really couldn't leave my house without getting at least one compliment on my hats. And the most surprising was the male species, because I didn't think men would even notice like hats. It's very, very surprising to me. And I will share one story. I was getting my chemotherapy treatment, and there were, usually when I go for chemotherapy, for my own protection, I don't make much eye contact with the other patients. It's just the whole place, there's something so disturbing to me, even though I understand that for the most part, the people who run these places are doing their best within their knowledge and skills to try to preserve life. But there's still something so disturbing about it to me. And so I just try to get in and get out without taking in as little energy as I can from the environment of it. But I was getting my chemo treatment and, keeping my my blocked vision on, and there was this man that I had noticed to my right, and it was an older man, and he looked like he had been through a lot. He didn't look like he was doing so well. And he's sitting there, and I'm, not making eye contact. And I sit down, and it's early in the morning. I hadn't showered. I just throw on, I might have even been in my pajamas. Sometimes I'd go for treatment. I would just put on my pajamas and throw on a jean jacket and figure that nobody would notice, because it was like, they were like silk pants and a matching top. So, that's just what I did sometimes. So I strolled in, and I sit down, but I put on my hat and my earrings, even with my pajamas and my jean jacket. And I'm sitting there receiving my chemo treatment, and all of a sudden I hear from the right of me, coming from this elder man who is clearly not doing well, receiving his treatment, and he says, "Nice hat." And I kind of startled, and then I choose to make a little eye contact, and I say, "Oh, why, thank you." And then I pause, and he says, "Pretty colors." And I said, "Thank you." And I came home, and I shared that story with the people who are closest to me, because it delighted me. But what I found that, I was shocked. I would get this response at the grocery store. I would get this response from people who knew I was going through chemo. I would get this response from people who I truly don't even think, like, they were responding to something that was pleasing, and I don't think they even processed, "Oh, I wonder if she's sick," or "I wonder if she's going through chemo." They just were, it was a spontaneous, "Oh, nice, pretty hat," people. I seemed to be spreading joy. It was really mind-blowing phenomena for me to experience that here I am going through chemo, and I'm just trying to sustain myself, and somehow the joy that I was cultivating in myself was just apparently radiating out, and people were impacted by it. And that's when it took me a while to put it into language that something deeper was happening, a deeper phenomena than, I say, just looking good and feeling good while you're on chemo. I mean, that's not exactly superficial, but that there was something deeper, and it had to do with the joy and the passion and the creativity. And just, I mean, really, I loved my hats, I just and when I would put them on and I'd put my earrings on, it's like I was transformed, just transformed and ready to go out in the world, and it showed. And the world reflected that back to me. So that is the subject of today's video, which still remains unnamed, but we will have a name for it before it's put together. So by the time you're viewing this, it will have a name. But right now, that still has not come to me. And this you are seeing now, the blank canvas. I do have earrings on, but I don't have my hats on yet. And the rest of this video will be devoted to sharing some of my favorite hat, earring combinations. And it'll range anywhere from yoga pants and a t-shirt to a couple of fancier dresses, just to give a full range. So thank you for joining me on this fun little ride today. And I'm going to pause, and when we resume, we will let the hat show begin. Thank you. Well, welcome to hat number one. I want to first thank my crew that's here, Sarah and Stu and Beth Alice, because believe it or not, it might not be quite evident, but we are out in the rain, which in some ways is symbolic because this video is about transition, so we can say the rain is washing away the illness, washing away the old, and clearing the energy and the space for, for new growth, for health, and for happier and better times. And I hear the birds, I don't know if you can hear them, chirping in the background. It's a little cool. Unusually cool. It's actually summer now. We're in July, but this turned out to be an unusually cool day, but I'm warmed by my supportive team and by this gorgeous, gorgeous tree, and one behind me as well, and by the bird singing to me in the background. And I think that's all I have to say. So I'm going to switch into my next, hat, earring, dress combination. Ciao. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm wearing two of my favorite colors, purple and pink, and this is my casual, kind of sporty look. And in a moment, I'm going to change just my hat and minus my pants to change the feeling of the look to a little more dressy. And this is also one of my larger brim hats. When I first got into hats, I was a little scared, and I bought only hats with very small brims, and I wore everything symmetrical. And as I got into it, I started getting bigger brims and started wearing things tilted to the side and started really having fun with my hats. So I am going to do a quick change and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so now we've taken the same elements minus the pants, and we've put a cute little pink flapper hat on to create a completely different look. So it doesn't take, small changes can make a big difference. And the most important thing is to have fun and to feel good and to match your look to your energy at the moment. So, yay! And we will continue the hat fashion show. Hi everybody, welcome back. This is hat number 4, but really it's hat number 4 and 5 because it's 2 turbans combined, the red and the burgundy and the purple. It was my makeup artist and wardrobe person and set designer all in one. Her recommendation, her idea was to use 2, and I was like, 2 turbans at one time, but I really liked the look, so I went for it. And we're back outside and it has stopped raining, and I'm enjoying the same beautiful trees but from a different angle. And the breeze feels cool, quite cool for the summer, but I still feel comfortable. And I think I'm gonna stand up and show you my dress because it's kind of fun. And it you kind of need to be standing to, I'm gonna do a little bit of shimmy so you can see all the fringe move. It's a fun dress, and I'll kind of give you a back view and a side view and a front view. And as always, I'd say the theme of this getup is, again, it's important to play and it's important to have fun. So I will return shortly with either hat number 5 or hat number 6, depending on whether or not you want to count this as 1 hat or 2 hats. So I'll leave it up to you. Thank you. Welcome back. I would say this is my bright summer fun outfit. Get up, and it's getting towards the end of the day. I think it's after 6 o'clock now, so you might notice some changes in the lighting, and also again a different angle where these outside shots are really just a few feet away from each other, So you're just getting the same scene at different angles as I change my getup each time. I ordered this particular hat. It was really symbolic of my shift into happier times because it's obviously bright and yellow like the sun. So it's kind of my sunshine hat. And green is the color of my dress is it's such a vibrant, this particular green is so vibrant and so connected to the color of nature. So to have the green of nature and the trees in my dress, and to have the yellow of the sun, and then just to have hot pink just for the fun of it, to spice things up a little bit, makes this a very fun and juicy and sassy and colorful. Those are all good adjectives, but let's see if I can take a moment to see what else comes to me. I'm closing my eyes as I resonate with, now I'm feeling the breeze. Whew, it's a nice cool breeze. And technically it's summer, but it feels like fall right in this moment. And I would say this would be my more like spring colors, like the beginning of spring. So everything's a little shaken up. And maybe that's what we can say. This is the shake it up outfit. And on that note, I think I will prepare for my next hat, jewelry, dress combination. Thank you. Hi again, everybody. It is 6:30, and my makeup artist, set designer, wardrobe consultant, Beth Alice, 3 all rolled up into one, plus she plays many other roles in her life as well, arrived at 11:30, so I've been going 7 hours straight, which is, I think that's a record even for me for a video shoot. So I guess I'll start by thanking my team who is here today. In addition to Beth Alice, we have Stu, who is my video man that I count on, who comes through for me every time. And I have my web designer, Sarah, who is also a photographer, and she's done photography work for me, as well as some other designing promotional materials for another business that I used to have. And she's joining the team today also to take some still photos and support in other ways. So, and then we have my current caregiver, Nora. Nora, can you hear me? Yep, we're giving thanks to you, Nora, for her support also today. So there's been a lot of people keeping this show moving forward. And as much as I love my video shoots, I am also happy to have this one winding down because, like I said, 7 hours is a long run. My team made me stop and eat because I was turning white and starting to look like I was going to fall over. So a little food helped. It's important to remember self-care. And so I think I came up with a name for this video, Healing Through Exuberance. And this will be part 1. And Today is Thursday. On Monday, we'll shoot part 2, Healing Through Exuberance, part 2. And to wind down, I kind of took off my makeup and put on some comfy clothes and added kind of one of my favorite hats just because it is colorful, and depending on where you turn it, you can, of course now I can't see what I'm doing, but you can showcase different, different aspects of the hat. And the hat has, let's see if you can see, that has a flower part that covers the scalp, and the rim is striped. And so it's just kind of a fun hat to put on, that you can take something, you can put on a pair of jeans and a grungy t-shirt, but then you put on this little colorful hat and you just feel like you're dressed up, no matter what you're wearing. It just kind of uplifts you. At least that's how it makes me feel. It uplifts me, and it makes me feel like I look special. Like I said, even if I'm in, the grungiest of the grunges, when you add your little hat, it just perks everything up. So, so thank you for joining me today for part 1 of Healing Through Exuberance, because as I started in the beginning of this video, stating that joy and passion is the strongest healing state that you can be in, and it truly is healing. So may we all find in our lives what brings us the deepest joy and the deepest passion, and by following our joy and our passion, may we bring it to others. And on that note, I will end in joy, and also in blessings and in gratitude to all who made this moment in my life possible. Amen.